These guys may make it look easy, but trust me, it takes hours of training and practice in order to throw, catch, and hold these girls on top. And it takes a little bit of manpower. I mean, look at the size of these guns. Thank you, Madison. Now, Ole Miss Chancellor Glenn Boyce responding late last week to the institutions of higher learning after the board decided to drop the university's proposal. Now, these administrative councils are set to meet tomorrow night for a discussion and a vote. And if this resolution is indeed approved by... Thanks, Tori. Now shifting our focus to the Confederate marches and counter-protests on campus over the weekend. The Confederate groups starting their day on the Oxford Square.
It is a distorted way to look at what took place.
Now, according to historical records, African Americans were actually forbidden from serving in the Confederate forces for the majority of the existence of the Confederacy. The death toll from a wave of bombings across Sri Lanka yesterday increasing to nearly 300. Now the U.S. is responding and offering support to the nation.
Washington today reacting to a series of attacks that ripped through churches and hotels on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka, putting the Art in Arts Festival.
An impressive number of vendors coming out to the festival this year. Nearly 150 art vendors, 26 food vendors. You can browse and buy all kinds of things like pottery, photography, jewelry, and paintings like these.
I mean, now, do you guys think we got enough as far as the wide receiver core goes to fill that role of A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf?
Absolutely. I mean,
I appreciate it, guys. Well, that's a wrap on National Signing Day. Thank you for tuning in to this special edition of Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Matthew Hendley.
Been a force of change in recent months on campus, which seems to have had an impact on students considering the turnout of the debate tonight. The stage is set, and as the impeachment trial begins, the Senate will consider and vote on the rules of the road for the opening stages of President Donald Trump's impeachment trial. There will be another runoff, however, for the vice president's race held on Tuesday of next week.
I think every little boy likes to see a fire truck go by, and then you never really grow out of it.
Life in college is already extremely time-consuming, and these guys have a pretty unique situation, trying to find a balance between being a full-time student and fighting fires.
The ASB president and vice president's races heading into a runoff on Thursday.
But there's no water in it, only change from the travelers who are passing through. Reporting from the Overby Center Auditorium for Newswatch Ole Miss, I'm Matthew Hendley.
Johnny Yang.
47 yeses.
Bill West.
0 no's. The Associated Student Body last night unanimously passing the resolution to move the Confederate statue from the center of campus to the Confederate cemetery behind the TAD pad.
Feels so good, I feel speechless.
The ASB Senate meeting last night in a crowded room in Lamar Hall on campus, hearing constituent comments, debating,
and they ask questions, and it's embarrassing.
And finally voting. The Senate making clear their intent for the resolution.
We're not erasing history, but we're trying to just show that all students are welcome here at our university. And so I think this is big, and I think that this says a lot about the Ole Miss family and who we are.
But the ASB Senate approval is only the first step.
We're still waiting on university administration, waiting on the different councils, graduate student council, staff council, faculty senate, to pass similar bills, but we're one step further.
Now, these administrative councils are set to meet tomorrow night for a discussion and a vote. And if this resolution is indeed approved by every single party involved, only then will the statue be relocated here, inside the Confederate Cemetery on campus behind the Tad Smith Coliseum. Now, there are still several steps to take place in order for this resolution to go into effect, including passing through the IHL board in Jackson. Reporting for Newswatch Ole Miss, I'm Matthew Hendley.